Hello guys, this is Key Dragon Flame. Okay, this is a very special video that I'm gonna do. So today, we're gonna be talking about Genshin Impact related. And everyone does this, right? Alright. Yeah, we know today is Valentine's Day. Yeah? And there are moments that every people was thinking, what if they want to date any Genshin Impact characters that they want? Well, this would be inspired by Geemo's take, where a certain Genshin Impact character I could take to a date, and of course, Crying Aqua's top 10 Genshin Impact characters he would date on Valentine's Day. This one is not gonna be in numbers and in order. Maybe it's going to be in by nation. So, but first, we're gonna have an honorable mention. Yes, I'm also including the characters that I don't have. Okay? Alright, so yeah. So, here are the ones from the honorable mentions. So, honorable mention first is Kuching. Okay, she's a very sweet and, of course, a very active Chishi. A very active girl. And yeah, I could take her maybe around very fast. I don't know. I haven't got Kuching yet. Speaking of which, as pain for me to say, yeah, Kamisato Ayaka is going to be on the honorable mentions for me. As pain to me to say this as an Ayaka Warner. Yeah, I know she's bland for any one of you don't like her and she's overrated. She's definitely the Charizard of Genshin Impact. Well, technically, what if I say to you that the sword fight event was actually dating with Ayaka in disguise? That's pretty weird if you ask me. Oh boy. So yeah. And those were the honorable mentions that I'm not going to include. Of course, I'm not going to include anyone from female characters that are very small, because of course we don't want that. We don't want to get FBI'd, right? I would like to volunteer to get FBI'd if I have to, but anyway. Now let's start with on Mondstadt. So I'm gonna be picking Noelle. Let's start with Noelle from the Maid of the Knights of Favonius. So she's a very helpful maid, and she works really hard. And heck, everything what you want from her, she will do it. And she's really a good, reliable ally, not gonna lie. If I were going to take a date with Noelle, where? I could bring her to a very special, a fancy restaurant. And I know that she would basically blushing if I take her there. And then I would say, you deserve it. You deserve this, Noelle. The hard work you've ever done for Mondstadt, it's for you. Speaking of hard working in Mondstadt, let's go with my very first 5-star Jean. Yes, this is the very first character I've ever mained. The first 5-star character I've ever mained. Definitely a dedicated leader. And like Noelle, she does do whatever she does. Being an attacker, a support, and anything. And do note that she is also the acting grand master of the Knights of Favonius. Anyway, I also read her dialogues when greeting me happy birthday. And yeah, she's so sweet. And whenever you give something for her, she will feel very gratitude. Honestly, for me, she looks even beautiful when she felt thankful when you give her any gratitude whenever she asks. If I'm going to take her, maybe on a picnic at the plateau of hills, a very green verdant tree, just like at what is it again? Oh my gosh, I forgot that. Baby Wind Trace? Hang on, I'll be right back with this one. What place is this again? Windrise! I am such an idiot. Anyway, so yeah. No, not you. I'll hate them. Not yet. Of course, not you. Okay, Jean is also mentioned as part of my list. Now, speaking of which, let's give a birthday celebration with Beidou. Since it's Valentine's Day.
I'm always ready.
Yeah. And surprisingly, if you haven't watched my previous Genshin Impact video where I'm trying to pull any 4-star characters on Hotel's banner, Beidou came in my very first one. And yeah, she even loves to drink. And a very tough woman. So maybe I could take her to a pub. And then suddenly we would have a pep talk a lot, and who knows?
If you ever want
there are circumstances that she wants to have an arm wrestling with me. I would be fine if she will beat me in arm wrestling. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that's Beidou. And yeah, happy birthday, Beidou, and happy Valentine's Day. Definitely, because of that month and for that day, it's a very two celebration in one day. 2 package in one gift. That's nice. Alright.
If you ever want to trade
next,
tactics, I'm always ready.
Yeah, Beidou is from Leeway, by the way. Next is Xiangling. Okay, I know. Why Xiangling, Keith? Reason. I love food. And Xiangling is a very expert chef. I would want to give any recipe, any food, and then Xiangling can make it special. And then the two of us will have a very special dinner. And I said, that was so delightful. Who needs to go in the restaurant when you have her? Right? And that would be definitely a deserving date. As long as you're with Xiangling. I'm okay that she can cook any food for me. Alright. Next. Let's check out. We'll pick another Leeway character. And I would go for Shenhe. Okay, why Shenhe? I do appreciate her story on the Leeway Archon quest, whereas we're going to rebuild the Jade Chamber like Ningguang has ever requested, because we're going to beat Aziel's wife, angry wife that we killed Aziel during what Tartaglia summoned it, tried to destroy Leeway. And heck, she's a very useful character. And I would going to take her to something heartwarming. A Chinese restaurant that is filled with warmth. yeah, she may not be a good eater at anything, but I would give it a try. And yeah, I would be okay if she's around. Speaking of which, now let's go with Sangonomiya Kokomi. Alright, she is indeed Zuki Liang as a waifu. And she's a good strategist, even though I haven't encountered her Archon quest yet. I mean, her story character quest yet, unfortunately. If you ask me where I could take Kokomi, I would take her to an aquarium. Just look at her. She enjoys anything marine life, and she would appreciate it. And of course, I'm not going to take her to a fish restaurant. She won't like it. So, taking her to an aquarium is the good choice. Next, I can't say this. I'm also including Hu Tao if I'm going to take her on a date. Specifically, at a at the amusement park. Which amusement park, if you ask, Keith? Anything? Oh, come on, stop it! No. Fine. Yeah, haunted house. Anything related to very horror. Anything horror. And she would be fine. She won't flinch. The most one who's gonna get flinch is me. If I'm going to take Hu Tao on a date at the amusement park, which specifically anything horror, I would definitely will have a cardiac arrest if that's the case. And last but not the least, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Sumeru characters. But we're going to end the video with Yoimiya. Oh my gosh, even though Inazuma is still at Inazuma for the Archon quest wise, yeah, everyone likes Yoimiya in terms of personality, and I can tell why. She could literally going to light it up like a fireworks. Yeah, she is a firework. And yeah, and speaking of fireworks, I would take her on a date to a place where fireworks would occur. And if you're gonna say it's going to be summer on Japan, maybe, but I don't have any money, enough money for that. But as long as Yoimi is there, I would be okay. The two of us will be stargazing on the firework. We'll be gazing on the fireworks together. Very peaceful. So yeah, those are the Genshin Impact characters that I would take on a date. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe at my channel if you haven't. And also, you can share this if you want. But do note, my opinions are cringe. Anyway, that's wraps up for today. This is Key Dragonflame, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.